Can we personalize patient engagement? Absolutely. Are we doing it? Probably not. How do we do it? Let's find out. In this table, I've used some concepts from the very popular book, James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. And I've used 3 of his 4 principles. You'll see them across the columns: easy, satisfying, and appealing. I left out obvious, and you'll see why in a few moments. With this table, I'm hoping to improve your ability as a healthcare practitioner, your ability to personalize patient engagement. And I've done so not only using Clear's principles, but also I've superimposed principles of behavioral economics within each of the columns, and you'll see that as we go along. Let's take the first column, easy. The behavioral economics principles that fall under easy include removing friction, creating a nudge, making something more convenient, readily available, geographically present, temporally here now. Additionally, to make something easy, we remove the number of different choices and we consider choice architecture, the order in which things are presented, so that they're more likely to be chosen and adopted. And then finally, we leverage habit stacking, which means incorporating something you're already doing with something you might not be as likely to do. Working on your balance while you're brushing your teeth. You're already going to brush your teeth. Why not try to sharpen your balance skills? So within the column easy, now I've tried to give you some practical examples that you can leverage for yourself and for the patients that you provide care for. And that might include one of their home exercises that's done first thing as soon as they wake up, doing that shoulder stretch, that back stretch, or that hip stretch. It's easy, it's present, it's readily available, it's right here, right now, and you can see that's removing friction and offering a nudge. Performing repetitions of sit to stand from a couch. You've already done one, you're going to get up and go to the restroom, take a break between shows, etc. Do 4 or 5. That's again, a nudge, and it is included within habit stacking. Fresh start is a concept that falls under this because it's easy for me to re-identify, pivot my approach, adopt a new persona, if you will, when the calendar changes, or when I've had a significant health event, or when I have maybe even aged up and now I'm 50 years old. That gives me an opportunity to redefine myself. It's called the fresh start effect. Another way that we can create more readily chosen opportunities, nudge them if you will, is schedule it, make time for it, and makes it much easier. I've already carved out this amount of time for my exercise program or for my physical activity, and then work it into your day, again with habit stacking, and we'll see later with temptation bundling, so that we can recouple our efforts, like doing our home exercise program of walking in tandem or with head rotation when we go out to get the mail. Working it into your day, getting another example there. So let's move to the second column, satisfying. James Clear's principle would correlate with the behavioral economics principles of gamification, making something playful and something that is perhaps more engaging because of the competitive spirit. Using a commitment device so that I can actually work on, finding myself going out for a run because I've got somebody that's outside my front door at 6:15, and now it makes it more appealing because it now involves also a social commitment, loss aversion. I feel like I'm getting ahead on a degenerative disease that otherwise could be eroding my fitness or my nervous system and my motor functions. But because I am engaging in this activity, I feel like I am averting or mitigating some of these health-based losses due to the degenerative disease or due to aging or otherwise. Another great concept of loss aversion is that I'm going to engage in an endurance program before my upcoming elective surgery when I know I'm going to have some precautions and lose some endurance. And then obviously one of the most satisfying things that we can do that we don't leverage frequently enough is play. And let's look at some applications of those. So to make things more satisfying for ourselves and for the people we provide care for, we can add music, we can add friends, we can tell someone that we're going to do and create a commitment device. Similarly, we can bet on ourselves. I'm going to place $50 in this pot and I will have to give it away to the political party that is in opposition with my morals and values if I don't accomplish 2,000 miles of running this year, if I don't lose 6 pounds, or if I don't do my exercises 7 days this week. So that's including on betting on yourself. And then again, consistent with the concept of gamification, we measure it, we compete, we set a new personal best, we position ourselves against normative values for ourselves, again, according to gender and age. And then we consider that we have a dopamine rush from the pursuit and potentially from the actualization. We feel that we are winning, and that makes it satisfying, again, through gamification, loss aversion, two main opportunities there. Let's move on to appealing. Within Clear's concept of appealing, we have temptation bundling, which again considers maybe something that I would not be as likely to do, taking a walk around the block. But if it's coupled with something that I really want to do, and it's coupled every single time and only with that activity, something like seeing the dogs play in the dog park, I'm more than happy to walk around the block if in fact each time we do it, we get to watch the dogs play at the dog park. The halo effect and confirmation bias couple in together toward appealing because it resonates with my values, my expectations, my opinions. It's something that I think physical therapy is good for me, and therefore I'm definitely feeling already better about it. There's some placebo effect. There's some belief established. And it's appealing because it fits in with my opinion of what's healthy for me. Consuming food that's low in cholesterol, my opinion is that's going to help me out. Being physically active and using resistance exercises on a regular basis, more consistent. Maybe I feel like that's even better than lifting very heavy weights very infrequently, and that's very appealing and easy and, if you will, nudged for me as well. So the applications under appealing, maybe you've got an individual you're working with that really particularly likes to do something only if they feel like they're being productive. They're doing something for themselves, for their family members, for their workmates, for their community. And so you associate in their physical activity program with something that they see as productive because the human body is meant for productivity. Then additionally, within appealing, maybe you consider the intrinsic or extrinsic rewards that this individual has elevated to you only because you asked about it, and you reward them accordingly. You combine activities together, again, temptation bundling, and you follow their biases within halo effect and confirmation bias. They meet that individual's expectations. So I'm hoping in this very short segment that you've learned better how to personalize engagement, leveraging the very popular book, Atomic Habits from James Clear, with the original examples that I've provided for you here.